Okay, welcome back to Three Rivers Basketball. We're glad you joined us here. Game 2 in Enid, Oklahoma at the Stride Bank Center. We've got Fairview boys taking on Thomas boys. I would say probably fairly good rivalry here between these two schools, big football schools out there together in western Oklahoma. So we'll see how today's matchup goes.
Yeah, they get here by means of, again, losing yesterday. Fairview lost to Okarche, which was a fairly competitive game for most of the game. I think they were within, 5 or so points, the whole game. Leads with exchange throughout the game. But Okarche was able to finally pull away and get the victory. So that's how Fairview gets here. And Thomas, they lost to Cashin. Again, fairly competitive game between those two teams. Our friend Nina Nababi was calling the action yesterday when they played Cashin. And so, Thomas unfortunately was not the winner in that game, so we're going to see Thomas and Fairview play today. The winner of this game will play tomorrow at 2:30 afternoon. They'll play the the winner of the OBA Crescent game later on this afternoon at 3 o'clock. So, all right, we're about ready to tip off. Fairview's in their black uniforms. Thomas is in white uniforms this morning, or this afternoon, I guess. On the floor for Thomas is 15, 12, 50, 3, and 10.
Bernard with the ball, or Fortune to Pettis. Pettis wants to go to the low post, out to Hutchinson. Hutchinson drives the paint, left-handed floater, no good. Tipped out of bounds by number 23, Hauk. Stays with, it'll go to Thomas.
All right, so Camden Billy's going to bring the ball in. Fairview's in a full court press. He gets it into number 12, Gunnar Oakes. He kicks it over to Billy, who kicks it up to 15. And that's J.T. Jones.
Man-to-man defense by Fairview.
Baldwin kicks up to Billy, who quickly kicks it down to number 15, J.T. Jones, with the little reverse hook shot.
Fortune, long pass to Hauk. Hauk to Pettis. Pettis in the paint. No good. Rebound, Billy.
Billy gets the rebound. Thomas quickly pushes it up the floor. One nice thing about these two teams, they do like to push the ball up the floor and press the action, press the issue a little bit. Billy sets a screen there at the top of the key. Picks up his dribble, gets it over to Billy. Has the ball on the wing. He picks up his dribble, looks at the low post to number 3. His shot's off the mark. Rebound by Fairview. They quickly push the ball up the floor.
Pettis, far side to Hutchinson. Hutchinson wants Pettis to go set up on the low post. Got a little pick and roll down to the bottom. Pettis will shoot the long 3. Off the rim. Rebound Fortune. He's there. He's going to put it back up himself, and 2 points for Fairview. 2-2.
When you look across the floor and you see how these players match up pretty evenly size-wise for both teams. So it should be really competitive game. Thomas goes in and shoots the layup right there, so 4-2.
Fortune sets up the offense. He's the point guard here for Fairview. Looking to go to Pettis at the high post. He's there. Far side to Hutchinson. They let him shoot the 3, and it's good.
You could see as soon as he left it go, he knew it was going in. He started running down the other end of the court. Nice looking shot. Fairview's in a full court press. Billy has it, quickly throws it up to the middle of the floor. The ball's thrown away. Fairview does a good job of corralling that.
Picked up by Fortune. Pettis will shoot the 3. Bam! Back-to-back three-pointers for Fairview. Nice defense by Pettis. He'll get the steal. Little give and go to Hutchinson. Scoop layup. It's good, and he gets the 2 and 1.
Fouled there by Gunnar Oaks, number 12 for Thomas. So his first foul.
Hutchinson goes to the line for the good old-fashioned three-pointer. Just nailed that beautiful three from the corner a minute ago. Let's see if his free throws were as pretty as that. 10-4. Nice arch shot. It's good. Nope. Off the side of the rim.
Billy gets the rebound. Thomas pushes it up the floor. Oaks has it. Gets it down to Clancy. Kicks it back out to Oaks. Clancy has the ball in the corner. He drives into the lane. Sees an opening, tries to scoop it up, and he is fouled. So they're going to give him the foul on the shot. So referee that called the foul says he was shooting. First one's off the mark, it goes out. Second one is good. So as I mentioned earlier, this is Fairview's second year in the conference. Thomas is one of the original members. So again, I'm sure they're not unfamiliar with each other, but in this conference tournament, this is probably one of the first times they've played each other. Billy has the ball, quickly pushes it up to number 10, sees the opportunity for the layup. It goes off the mark. Back out to Billy, but his pass is deflected and stolen by Fairview, and they've got numbers.
Fortune give and go to Houck. Houck's bucket, or Strader, and Strader's bucket's good, and Thomas wants a timeout to talk it over.
Strader did a good job of making the defender go past him with the little pump fake, and then he went up for the easy lay-in after that.
Well, as we mentioned, our friend, Mr. John Hardaway, sent us some stats to keep us busy today, which we need.
Right.
But he had some really good things here to look at. I was trying to pull that up real quick as far as those stats go. I know last year it was Okarche girls and who was the champion for the boys? It was Cashion boys. Cashion boys have won it 3 years in a row. Pretty impressive. That's a tough feat in the Three Rivers tournament to get 3 back-to-backs.
Yeah. Last time Thomas won it was in 2014. And then prior to that, they won it in 2008. So Thomas boys have won it twice. Ball gets into Billy. He drives it up the court. Gets it down to number 10. He goes in for the layup. This time it is good. So Owen Baldwin with the lay in there.
Pettis, near side. Fortune to Strader. Strader wants Pettis at the high post. He loves that shot. Tipped back out by Hutchinson. Nice job. Picked up by Strader. Fortune resets the offense. Strader will slide into the high post. Pettis at the low post. Going to get a 3 call. He clears. Houck to Pettis. Turnaround jumper, and it's good. He's got a nice jump shot.
Yep. Billy has the ball, high post. He gets it down to Clancy. He goes up for the layup. It's off. Kicks it back down to Baldwin. He drives the baseline. He goes up for the up and under, and it hits the bottom of the rim. Fairview gets the rebound.
Rebound Hutchinson over to Strader. Strader pushes the tempo, finds Pettis, and he'll pull the trigger quick. That time it was short. Going to go out of bounds to Thomas. Substitutions in for both sides. Miller and Bernard come in for Fairview.
Coming in for Thomas, looks like number 35 is on the floor, and that is Taylor Palmer. And number 20, Lucas Laughlin. Oh, I'm sorry, that's number 30, Donovan Santos.
Down to Fortune. Fortune to Bernard. Bernard to Hutchinson. Hutchinson wants to go to the low post to Pettis. He's heavily guarded front and back. Bernard will shoot the long three. Rebound Thomas.
And Thomas pushes it up. The pass is deflected. Gets the rebound or deflection. Billy has it up top the key. I think that's a little far for that shot that he looked like he was setting up for. Fairview thought they were going to tie the ball up, but it is pulled away out of bounds off of Fairview, so Thomas will get to take the ball in off the sideline. Gets it into Billy. Over to down to Santos. He has a hard time corralling the pass. He's trapped in the corner. Fairview ties it up this time, so ball will stay here with Thomas. Fairview's doing a good job of active hands getting in there and tying up the possession. Santos has it, drives into the lane. His shot is good. Nice use of the backboard there to get that to go in.
No pressure by Thomas. They'll fade back into a 2-3 zone. Over to Fortune. Cross-court pass to Hutchinson to Pettis at the low post. Little hook shot, jump shot, and it's good. He likes that shot.
Yeah, good-looking shot, too. Fairview's in their full-court press. Billy picks up his dribble, kicks it over to Oaks. He drives up the court, back over to Billy. Down to 35. Palmer with the shot. It bounces in. Three-pointer. 1 minute left in the first period. Fairview 18-12.
Fortune sets up, goes to the high post to Miller. He'll take the quick jumper, and it's in. Fairview's on target.
No foul on the body contact there. Body's on the floor. You like to see the hustle there. Throws the ball, tries to throw it his end of the floor. Turnover to Fairview.
26, 27. Oh, Pettis is not going to take the one shot. He's going to take the quick one.
Challenged by Santos. Did a good job of getting his hand up there. 15 seconds. Billy has that top the key. It's stolen away. Fairview pushes it up the floor. Then we call a foul on the loose ball. Looks like the foul is going to be called on Billy. As the ball was taken away, loose ball foul there. Checking into the game is number 10 for Thomas. Just 11 seconds left in this first period.
Miller to Bernard. Bernard gives and goes. Got it to Pettis. Looks for Bernard in the corner. Into Houck. He's there. Partially blocked by Billy. Nice job. Good defense to close out the quarter. That'll be 20-12 is our score. Fairview's up. Get ready for round number 2 here. We'll take a quick break. Be right back.
It's no secret Pioneer Cellular cares about the students of our communities because we're in your communities with more retail locations than any other carrier in Western Oklahoma. It's no secret that we provide opportunities for students to learn remotely with distance learning plans and MiFi devices. We also help these schools live stream their games so family members across the country don't miss the action. We sponsor schools and colleges because your children deserve the best. Pioneer Cellular.
If we've learned anything this last year, it's how to protect what matters most to us. That's why we added Go Pioneer Smart Wi-Fi to the lineup. With the Smart Wi-Fi app, you can protect all devices, phones, and computers from malware, viruses, and malicious websites. You can also manage your network, set up times for your kids to access the internet, prioritize the work computer over the gaming systems, and get real-time data on network security. Take control, protect your family, and experience Smart Wi-Fi from Pioneer.
Okay, we're back, and Fairview will get it to start the second quarter. Dobbs to Houck. Houck to Strader in the corner. Strader back to Houck. Houck dribble drive, jump shot, and it's in.
All right, start the second period. Billy's going to take a rest on the bench. So we got on the floor Santos and Baldwin, Clancy, and Oaks. The ball goes out of bounds, so it's going to stay here with Thomas. Baldwin gets it over to Oaks. Cuts through the double team there. Kicks it back out over to Clancy. He drives in, dishes it down to number 10, Baldwin, with a nice drive and the lay-in.
Thomas staying close here, 14-22, 7 left in the second. Dobbs, far side, new into the ball game's number 31, Powell at the low post. Back to Houck, and Houck hits it for 2.
One thing I noticed about the Fairview players, they sure do have nice-looking shots. All of them have nice form with their shots, so definitely a lot of time spent practicing shooting. 3-point shot there for Clancy is off.
Dobbs throws it in, and it's definitely going to be a backcourt call. Good call right there in front of the official.
Thomas has the ball, gets it up across the timeline. Trapp picks up his dribble, and he is tied up by Fairview.
Ball stays with Thomas.
Oaks got there in the corner and got double teamed and tied up. So good job Fairview again with those active hands. Oaks has it back there, and it is tipped away.
Nice hands at the score table. That was coming in hot.
Right. All right, Thomas basketball. They're going to call a timeout, talk things over. So again, Fairview has a 24-14 lead. So as I mentioned earlier, fiber internet's available in Fairview and Thomas. So again, check both of our local offices there can help you out, find out what internet services you can have. Again, fiber's in both areas, so sign up today.
Also, check out iVideo if you're going to get fiber optic internet. iVideo is our new TV streaming service. So basically, you're streaming today, you can be streaming tomorrow with iVideo. I have the basic package at my house. It's $29.95, and get the local channels and a few others, and then I do all my streaming with everything else, Netflix and Amazon Prime and so on. So check it out.
All right, so Thomas comes out of the timeout, gets the ball in. They tried getting over to Clancy. He gets double teamed. Oaks has it at the top, gets it over to Baldwin. Again, Fairview's very quick with their double team. Everybody very active, hands in there, tying the ball up. Again, another tie up. Thomas coach is asking for a foul over there, saying they're grabbing arms instead of basketball, but still tied up. Fairview's ball.
Dobbs wants to go to Powell. Powell's posting up really well. He's wide open on the cut. They're not going to give it to him. Over to Houck. Houck thinks about the three. He's going to drive paint. He's going to shoot it off the back of the rim. Over the back tip call on Powell. Had that one extra hand down there on his shoulder, so you're going to get called on that every time.
Billy's checking into the game. He's checking in for Santos. Clancy has it again. He gets double teamed. Fairview tries to tie it up. He turns the ball over. And then Oaks does a good job of stealing it back. Clancy has the ball and he loses it one more time.
Dishes it down to Houck. He'll drive to the basket. No good. Offensive rebound straighter, and he'll put it back in for 2.
Gets it over to Billy. He drives in. finds the open cutter down Baldwin. He can't handle the pass. Corralled by number 15. Again, Fairview's very active with their hands, getting in there, tying the ball up, stealing it away, doing whatever they can, doing a good job. That time they got too much hand. There's going to be a foul called on 23. So it'll be side out to Thomas. Checking into the game for Thomas is 35.
Some jets going overhead, don't we?
Yeah, flyover.
Yeah.
Actually, during the national anthem, if that airplane would have timed it a little bit better, it would have been a flyover. It's one thing about Enid. Always has a roar of jets or airplanes going around. Billy drives it into the free throw line, sees an open man down low, but he is swatted away by number 31, Powell. Back into Billy, he goes up. His shot's off.
Strader will bring it down. Long three-pointer by Strader. Tipped. Billy, it's going to stay with Fairview. Strader inbound. That's to Martins. Martins gets the three.
Billy has it. Fairview tries to set the trap. They trap in the corner. Got to get out of the corner so you get out of those traps. But again, Fairview's getting in there. Another foul called. This time it's on number 4. Host of players checking in for Fairview, it looks like. Fairview again with the 29-14 lead. 10 gets the ball in the corner. He drives in. Nice job by Baldwin with the drive and the lay-in.
Hutchison to Bernard. Bernard to the corner to Ramey. Ramey shot up off the side of the rim. No good.
Gets the ball up to Baldwin. He drives in again, and that's another nice lay-in by Owen Baldwin. Again, gets in the corner and drives that baseline in.
Long shot by number 21. That is Cottrell. First three-pointer for Cottrell.
And Thomas gets the ball there on the base or sideline, gets trapped. Billy kicks it out to 35 with the three-pointer. It's off the mark. Baldwin's fighting for the rebound but cannot get it. Foul on 35. That is Taylor Palmer with the foul.
Bernard looking for the high post. Pettis, he's there. He's posted up. He's got good position, turns and goes. They're going to say he never cleared before he got it and went to the basket.
Turnover to Thomas. They bring the ball up again. Get over there. Nice job of passing it out of that trap. Got to keep the ball moving before the defenders get there, which Thomas is doing a good job. They find the backside cut of Baldwin. He is fouled on trying to catch the pass, so take it in on the baseline. Not in the one-on-one just yet. Thomas sets up their baseline play. Kicks it up top to Oaks. Gets it into Billy. 35 is able to corral the loose ball. Gets it into Billy in the lane. He is fouled. And they're saying he was shooting the ball, so he will get to go to the line to shoot 2. or they're changing their mind now and saying it's on the floor, so it's going to be a pass. So it's inbounds on the baseline. Gets it up to Oaks. He takes a shot. It's off.
Picked up by Bernard. Bernard will push the pace, 3-on-2. Bernard will take it coast to coast, rebound and bumps it off the glass.
Skip past to Billy. He finds Baldwin down on the other side. He goes up, bounces around. Billy gets the rebound. He goes up, and he is fouled. So he will get to go to the line to shoot 2 free throws again.
He was definitely shooting that time.
Yes, no doubt about it. First one's off the back iron. Good. So again, thank you for watching this morning or this afternoon, I guess now. GoPioneer.com or the respective Squirtle networks for the schools. Thomas and Fairview, I both believe are Squirtle towns. Well, I know Fairview is. That's the home of the Diesel Horse, right? So Billy's free throws off the back iron again, so he is not able to get any points off of that trip to the line. Fairview quickly pushes the ball down, gets in the air and has nowhere to go with it, turns the ball over. Oaks drives in, his layup's off the mark. On the floor for rebound, Fairview's able to get it, pushes it up the floor, finds number 3 and 3-point shot. Nobody guards him, so he goes and takes the shot.
Bernard with the long 3-pointer, rebound Billy.
Overthrows his outlet, able to track that down.
Picked up by Hauk. Hauk will go coast to coast, and Billy will pick up a quick foul.
I think Billy reached in there, but probably saved a layup there because his momentum was going one way, and the Fairview player was going to go right past him. So he will take a seat for picking up that foul. So we're at 14 fouls for Thomas and 17 fouls for Fairview, or other way around, I'm sorry. Fairview with the 3-point shot, it's off. Fight for the rebound, out of bounds off of Thomas, so it'll stay here with Fairview basketball. 1 minute left to play in this first half. Again, Fairview has a 34-18 lead.
Miller into Pettis. Pettis to Fortune. Fortune over to Bernard. Bernard into the corner. Miller drives to the paint. Thomas tries to draw a charge. Hauk gets the rebound. Oh, they're going to get him for over the back.
A little aggressive on the rebound, so it is a 1-on-1 for Thomas, so they will go to the line to shoot their 1-on-1 opportunity.
(34-18). 56 seconds left here in the first half.
Looks like Santos is going to the line to shoot the 1-on-1 opportunity. First one is off the mark. Rebound to Fairview.
Long court pass from Bernard to Fortune. Fortune back to Pettis. Long 3-pointer off the back of the rim. Got their own rebound. Bernard will take the 3-point shot this time. Off the side of the rebound. Tipped back to Fortune. Fortune. Looks like Fairview's going to hold for the last shot. Coach Barton's calling. 27 seconds here in the half. 34-18. To Miller. Bernard will cut through. Going to come back to Bernard in the corner. Pettis is open on the low post. They're going to get it to him. He's tipped, but he's going to spin. Long 3-pointer by Miller. Off the side of the rim, no good. That'll stop it with 3 seconds.
Out of bounds off of Thomas, so Fairview able to set up an inbounds play here. 3 seconds left in the half. Plenty of time to catch and shoot here. Pretty much run any kind of inbound play you want to run. Fairview goes ahead and calls a timeout. They want to talk it over.
I'm going to draw up a play here. We'll see what they draw up. 34-18. Coach Barton.
My guess is they're going to find one of those good 3-point shooters and get him open on the baseline there for a three-point opportunity on the inbounds play. A couple screens possibly or something to free him up so he can shoot an uncontested three-point shot.
They do like the three. Pettis is a great post player. I'm wondering here if we'll try to go to some sort of lob in the middle, you know, the old-fashioned pick and roll and toss it up and let Pettis bump it off the glass. But we'll find out what Coach Barton draws up here. Fortune to inbound. Comes out to Bernard. Bernard will set the pick. There's Fortune at the paint. Tipped. Oh, almost picked back up by Pettis and put back in. Nice play by Fairview.
So they took the long way around to get what you said they were going to do.
They did exactly nothing that I said. 34-18, that'll do it for this first half. We'll take a break, grab us a little quick snack, and we'll be right back after these messages.
If we've learned anything this last year, it's how to protect what matters most to us. That's why we added Go Pioneer Smart Wi-Fi to the lineup. With the Smart Wi-Fi app, you can protect all devices, phones, and computers from malware, viruses, and malicious websites. You can also manage your network, set up times for your kids to access the internet, prioritize the work computer over the gaming systems, and get real-time data on network security. Take control, protect your family, and experience smart Wi-Fi from Pioneer.
Businesses across our state will be
Coronavirus
closed.
has been confirmed. Close non-essential
Stunning
businesses.
numbers, 30,000 Oklahomans out of work.
Lessons will now be taught remotely through distance
Details
learning.
on the state's plan for distance learning.
Pioneer employees and customers were determined to move forward. Nothing slowed us down. In a year of unknown, Pioneer installed more fiber optic internet than any time in its history of business. We connected people. We connected schools. We connected workers. We even hired more employees. We never stopped. We innovated. We developed new technologies to better serve you. We built networks where Oklahomans needed it the most. Here, and even here. We are strong. We are in this together. We are Pioneer.
I'm Jeff, the Department Manager of Radio Frequency and Network Services at Pioneer Cellular. A common myth is that all cell phone providers have the same coverage and performance. Cell phone carriers are not created equal. Most carriers put their focus on nationwide coverage and large populations, where we put our focus on you. We have over 350 cell phone towers that are located where you need them most. You are covered, and that's the truth.
My name is Will Kraus. I'm the department manager for DART, and I've been at Pioneer for 4 years. My wish list for the next 10 years for me at this company is that I will be able to keep learning the technology so that we can utilize it and serve our customers. An ability I wish I had was mind reading. It would help me a lot with my job. The only phobia that I know that I have is bees. Yeah, I don't do bees. If I could switch lives with any cartoon character, it would be Hank Hill. I would sell propane and propane accessories.
All right, welcome back to Three Rivers Conference Tournament, the first day, boys game of the day between Thomas and Fairview. Thomas will get the ball to start the second half. Screen set there by Billy at the top of the key.
Oh, wow.
Gets it back down low. The music guy's got to turn off the music.
That's why I was like, the music's still going. We're not playing.
Right. Oh, Fairview goes in for the layup, and then it gets a foul by number 15, J.T. Jones there with the foul.
That'll put Hutchison on the line. Shots up off the side of the rim, gets his own rebound. Kicks it out to Fortune. Fortune drives to the paint, shots up. No good. Rebound. Billy tries to throw it off his foot. Strader will drive to the paint and
called traveling.
Gets the traveling call.
Yeah, Billy did the old, I'm going to throw it off your leg thing, and he completely whiffed, and Fairview was able to get the pass. So Thomas has the ball, and they bring it up a little slower pace this half to start off with. Billy sets a screen there at the top of the key. Nothing there. He posts up. Inbound pass is taken away.
Thomas wants to get it to Billy on the low post, but hadn't been very successful so far. Hauk into Pettis. Pettis turn, drive, jump shot off the glass. No good. Rebound, Billy.
Billy kicks it over to Oaks. He pushes it up, gets it to Baldwin. Billy at the top of the key thinks about shooting it, decides to drive and kick it back over to Oaks. Move it to this side. Clancy has it on the baseline. He drives in, picks up his dribble, and throws away.
Stolen by Hauk, down to Fortune, then finds Strader. Had the layup. Oh, give and go to Pettis and gives it back to him.
So Thomas quickly calls a timeout, a minute and a half into the second half, and needs to discuss some things that didn't get communicated at halftime.
Or they got communicated at halftime and we're not reacting on them.
Santos checks into the game. So Fairview pulled out now to a 38-18 lead. 20-point lead here early in the second half. Again, thanks to the Stride Bank Center for hosting Three Rivers Conference Tournament here in Enid, Oklahoma. I know the weather's starting to get a little bit warmer, but it's still kind of chilly, so you might as well come up and watch some basketball. But if you're not wanting to get out at all, watch us at GoPioneer.com. Make sure you tell your family and friends if they can't get out. They can watch it here as well. Thanks to Squirtle for helping provide the platform so that we can stream these games to you, and also helping the schools with their technology classes. I know OBA does a good job with their technology class of streaming their sports and their events, and hopefully we can get more schools to participate as well. It's part of why Pioneer does this, is so that not only bring the games to you, but then gives an opportunity for our students to get into the action of technology. Fairview's in a full court press now. Clancy gets it to the middle, breaks that, drives into the lane, dishes it off to Baldwin. He can't handle the pass, kicks it all the way back up to Oaks. So they set their offense back up. Winner of this game, again, will play tomorrow afternoon at 2:30. They'll play the winner of OBA Crescent, which plays at 3 o'clock this afternoon. Travel's called on Thomas, so another turnover. It's one thing you can't do when you got to chip away at a 20-point lead, is turn the ball over. So unfortunately, it goes back to Fairview.
Bernard to Hutchison, give and go, layup, left-handed, got it.
Well, contested there by Santos, no foul called. Good hard drive to the basket there with the layup. Clancy has it, gets double teamed, and he is fouled there, looks like by number 23. Next game on our calendar, our agenda, is going to be Fairview Hennessy Girls, which that tips off at 1:40.
Fortune goes long to Strader, tipped out of bounds by Thomas.
Clancy tried to steal that and just could not capture it, so out of bounds off of him. Checking into the game is number 35. That's Taylor Palmer.
Into Fortune. Fortune drives, paints, little floater. It's tipped. Shot gets up, and he'll get 2.
Gunnar Oaks there with the foul there. So Fairview will get to go to the line to shoot 2.
Fortune's shot is up and no good.
Just off the front of the rim there. Second one's good. Clancy pushes the ball up to Baldwin. It is knocked out of bounds by Fairview. So Thomas will retain possession. Baldwin has it. Kicks it back over to Oaks. He kicks it down to Santos. He does a reverse layup. It's too hard.
Rebound Hutchison. He's going to slow it up. The fortune to Pettis. Pettis will shoot the NBA three off of Martins. Nope, off of Thomas, and they're saying it's going to stay right here with Fairview.
Yeah, that's one guy they don't want to leave open there at the three-point line because he will shoot the three, and he'll make most of them.
Into Hutchison. Hutchison, little fader. And Pettis picks it up and bumps it off the glass.
Caden Pettis is a nice-looking player. Junior there, so, again, ought to be a great player his senior year, so looking good.
Nice hands by Hutchison. Gets his hand on it. Tips it away. Down to Strader. Strader to Fortune. Give and go layup. Everything's going their way for Fairview.
All right, Fairview's got the press again, so Thomas gets it to Santos, gets it to the middle of the court to Baldwin. He drives in for the floater. It's off the back of the rim, no good. No foul called, body's flying.
Into Pettis. Pettis drives, draws contact. He'll go to the line for two.
Foul's on number 30, Santos. He picks up the foul there.
Pettis' shot is up. No good.
Whole host of players coming in for Fairview. The 45-18 lead. They're going to let some other players get some playing time.
And shots up, and it's good. Pettis will go to the bench. Powell will come in for him. 46-18 is our score.
Gets ball over to Baldwin. He looks to drive. Goes in for the layup. It's off. Fairview gets rebound. Santos tries to steal the ball away.
Bernard, far side to Dobbs. Dobbs thinks about the three. Dribble drive, little pivot move. Back out to Miller. Bernard drives baseline. Oh, going to get a traveling call. Took that one extra step.
Thomas has the ball, looks to drive into the lane. Nice spin move up, and he is knocked out of bounds by number 31. So Thomas basketball. Good defense there by 31 using his long arms. Ball down to Clancy in the corner. He's going to take the three-point shot. It's good. Clancy's a sophomore.
Down to Powell at the low post. Turnaround jumper. Nice job by Powell.
Two and a half minutes left in this period. Baldwin goes up with the shot. He's fouled, so he'll get to go to the line. first shot's off the mark, no good. Second one is good. 48-23.
Miller. Ooh, cutting across his Dobbs to Bernard. Bernard to Miller. Miller drives paint. Stolen by Thomas. And gets the points to go and gets fouled by Dobbs.
Good job there by Baldwin, stealing the ball and driving it down and going in with the hard layup. Nice strong take. Gets rewarded with 2 points and chance to make a 3-point play.
And no good. Picks up by Bernard. Bernard down to Miller. Miller into Cottrell and mishandles it, so turnover to Thomas.
So Thomas boys, they made the state tournament 7 times out of this conference. So one of those tidbits of information that Coach Hardaway provided to us and his late night research over Christmas break. So Okarche boys have been to state 7 times. Thomas has been to state 7 times. Hennessy 4, Crescent 3. O'Keene, who's no longer in the conference, but when they're in the conference, they've been to state 3 times as boys team. And Watonga 3 times, Cashin twice, and OBA once. So again, as we've communicated, this is a really strong conference, very competitive conference. Their Baldwin take to the rim was a little too aggressive that time, and Fairview did a good job of setting up for the charge. So foul on Baldwin, turns it over to Fairview. And out of those teams, unfortunately, only one has won the state championship, and that was O'Keene back in 2007. We've had some runner-ups. Thomas, the Thomas boys team here, they've been runner-up twice. Okarche was once, and Hennessy was state runner-up once as well. Baldwin with the long 3, it's off.
Dobbs to Bernard. Bernard will shoot the 3, and he's got it.
40 seconds left in this. Thomas goes out to a 30-point lead, so 54-24. Gets ball down into Santos. He goes up. He does not make it.
24. They're still going to push the pace. Miller gets it to go.
Good job, Miller, taking that strong contact there from Baldwin, for no foul called, though. Clancy gets it at the free throw line. He takes that last second shot. It is no good. So we're going to end the third period there with a 56-24 Fairview lead. So we'll get into the 4th period of this ball game. Again, looks like Fairview is going to put some different players in. Some guys checked in. I'm not sure if he's going back to the starters or who came off the bench there. I would assume some players that have been deep in the bench.
So more tidbits if you're listening. Of course, OBA and Fairview have now joined the conference. It originally, I think, was Hinton and Geary. And, of course, O'Keene was in the conference. They went out to the Merit Conference now, playing a little more smaller schools, Class B schools, out in the Merit tournament. It was a great rivalry when they were in. Lots of good teams. I know my boys played with O'Keene, and it was always a big rivalry with Okarche and O'Keene. They usually rotate this to each school. Brian mentioned this is Cashin's tournament, so John Hardaway's been kind of our go-to man here today and yesterday, and taking care of us, and of course hospitality rooms and all the other things that go along with hosting a tournament. He's got 2 more to go next week and the week after of his own at Cashin. So you see John give him a pat on the back and say, hang in there, buddy.
Right? Just getting started.
Just getting into tournament season. And then after that, it'll be districts. And then after that, it's going to be state. So.
Right. This is the fastest month and a half, 2 months of basketball.
Right.
It just seems like it gets here and then it's done. So, but yeah, some great basketball. This, again, is the big tournament weekend. Not only we have the Three Rivers Conference Tournament happening here in Enid, just a little ways north of here in Chisholm is the Week Capital Tournament, which is some bigger schools like Kingfisher and Chisholm. I'm not sure who else is in that tournament, but talking to Swish yesterday, there is some tough competition in that tournament. And then I believe there's another, I mean, obviously there's a whole bunch of big tournaments, but then in 2 weeks is another big tournament weekend. The Skelter Tournament, I guess, is going to be here at the Stride Bank Center. And then we have the Western Oklahoma Tournament, which is held at the Pioneer Cellular Event Center there in Weatherford. So that's happening in 2 weeks. And then Cashin's tournament will be in 2 weeks. I think O'Keene, they still have their tournament, right?
I think so, yeah.
That'll be in 2 weeks as well. So, again, another big weekend of tournaments then.
Well, Three Rivers has always been such a strong tournament. They always are contenders usually in that state tournament. Looking at the stats that John sent over, 35 of the girls' teams from Three Rivers tournament have reached the state tournament while, the years they were playing. And, of course, Okarche is 15 of them. Thomas was 8 of those. Cashin was 8 of those. O'Keene, 3, and Hennessy had 1 as well. So on the boys' side, 30 of those teams in the Three Rivers tournament have reached the tournament. Okarche was 7, Thomas was 7, Hennessy 4, Crescent 3, O'Keene 3, Watonga 3, Cashin 2, and OBA 1. So you can see lots of great competition in this tournament when they get together. One conference boys team has won the state championship. That was O'Keene back in 2007. And 4 have been state runners-up. Thomas 2, Okarche 1, and Hennessy 1. So always good competition in the boys and girls side of the Three Rivers basketball tournament.
So in the game for Thomas is number 22, Traylon Poole, and Pettis made sure he was welcome into the ball game with the nice stuff. So.
For the Thomas folks, the longest tenured coach, believe it or not, is Coach Jim Petrie out of Thomas. He had a retirement and was out for a couple years. Then he was able to come back, and now he's coaching the girls for Thomas. And so Coach has been around since the beginning, the creation of this tournament.
Right.
Back 20 years ago, I think is when they said. So I know Brian said he's been covering this for the last 15, and I've been doing it since I've been at Pioneer, so it's been here for a while.
Yeah, has been. It's always been a great tournament. Can't wait to see championship Saturday.
Yep. This place will get busy. Of course, during the day right now, school in session.
Work in session?
It's, work in session, and it's not like when you host it at a school, you get a bunch of those students kind of trickling in. It's kind of, if you're on the team, you will be here. If not, you're probably watching it back home, so we appreciate you tuning in.
Baldwin dribbles the baseline, kicks it into the low post, looking for Poole. Gets taken away. 15 does a good job of hustling down the court, and he is fouled. They're going to call the foul on 35. That is Taylor Palmer.
I know Thomas and Fairview both. I don't know Fairview as well. I didn't do much officiating at Fairview, but I did quite a bit out at Thomas, and always treated with respect out there. Coach Petrie, of course, when Jay Wood was out there, and all the folks are just fine folks in Thomas, and we appreciate them.
So Fairview still has a commanding 30-point lead here with 5 minutes left. And Mr. Official is calling a timeout for something to check something at the scorer's table.
Got a call, I think that was a little different.
So apparently one of the players didn't check in properly or something, so a technical has been called. So they're going to, Thomas is going to get to shoot free throws.
Wow, you got all that because I missed all that.
Well, I saw number 34 come in and sort of come in and then look back, but then came in, and then the official called a timeout, went over and talked, and then so I put 3 and 3 together and got 5.
That's a good addition.
Yeah. Oh, Carty math. So with that, Thomas will get the basketball there at the half court. We'll bring it in now. Made one of the free throws, so still a 29-point lead. '23 does a good job, get his hands up, knocking the ball out of bounds. Five minutes left. Again, following this game, we will have the next girls' game, which will be between Fairview and Hennessy, the Fairview Yellow Jacket girls and the Hennessy Lady Eagles. That game's set to tip off at 1:40. Gets it into number 34. His shot is up, bounces around, and bounces in. And I'm going to guess by the way the bench reacted, he doesn't get many points or get much playing time through the season, so good for number 34 getting his points there.
Yeah, crowd favorite here for Nelson. Nice little give and go. Got the block and then got the layup on the other end, so 2 points for Nelson.
Following the Fairview-Hennessy girls game will be the OBA Crescent game. So again, as you mentioned, the OBA-Watonga game last night was a pretty good game until Watonga was able to pull that out. So we'll see how OBA bounces back against Crescent today at 3 o'clock this afternoon. And then we start our evening games with the Okarche girls versus OBA at 4:20. And then we go to the Cash and Okarche boys game at 5:40. And then Cash and Watonga girls at 7, and Watonga Hennessy to close out the night on the boys' side. So again, some exciting matchups yet to come. You still have plenty of time to get here to Enid, even if you're at the further school away, which I guess would be Thomas?
Probably so.
Thomas, further school away from here in Enid. So you have plenty of time to get here, and if you're in Thomas, you probably should already be here because, you know, rooting on the Terriers, right? But nonetheless.
All right, we got lots of subs, so I'm going to try my best to get all the new names in. So we got Hamar, I think, maybe. Far side to number 10, Burris. Burris drives, gets it to Nelson. He's in the paint. Got to clear the lane. Long three off the front of the rim, no good. And that's number 12, Uthier, thank you. And it would have been nice if you could have seen that because it was kind of cool, but we were looking at a blank spot down here on this end of the floor. I was so focused on getting new names in, I didn't move the camera. My apologies.
So number 23 is new on the floor for Thomas. He takes a three-point shot. That's Takio Grayson, or Tachio Grayson. Also on the floor is number 14, Connor Miller. Santos is on the floor. Poole's on the floor, and Taylor Palmer's on the floor. So that's who's on the floor for Thomas at the moment.
Bonham will go to the line for a 1-and-1. First one's up and good for Bonham. One more, guys. And Hamar, Nelson, number 10, Burris is in the ball game, and number 12, Uthier. And out.
I only know the Uthier name because when I was going to school at Weatherford, there was a saddle bronc rider named Milburn Uthier who rode an IPRA, and then his son, just forgot his name, but anyways, his Milburn's granddaughter, Madison Uthier, is a champion breakaway roper. Got to rope in the American, won some money there, so Uthier family is very rooted in the rodeo. Now, I'm not sure if they're related to the Uthiers in Fairview or not, but that's how I know the name.
That's a good tidbit.
Basketball to rodeo. Here we go.
So now that's impressive, folks. I don't care who you are. You can't get both of those stats in one game.
Mike Uthier is the son that I was trying to think of. So.
I got you.
Oh, look at that takeaway by number 34. He has a chance to go coast to coast. Nice dish.
Nelson give and go to Burris for 2.
Nice hustle there by the young man. Team has the ball. Connor Miller there. Taylor Palmer with the drive is knocked out of bounds. Coming in the game for Thomas is 24. That's a Jordan Banulos. Santos with the shot. It's off. Over the back foul called on number 12. Or a push, I guess, because again, there's no such thing as over the back apparently.
Yep. We got another sub still coming in. Here we go. 2:16, 64 to 32.
Thomas throws it up top. Grayson has the ball top to key, gets it over to 14. Miller gets it into Santos at the high post. He sees pull down on the baseline. He tries to give it back to Santos and throws it out of bounds. Fairview gets the basketball. I know we've played Fairview quite a bit in my basketball experience with my kids. We came up here and played in a Y League whenever they were younger, and Fairview had a couple teams play, and a lot of these kids here were on those teams. And then Kingfisher, the 7th and 8th grade teams, they play each other, so we get to see Fairview a little bit. The younger Fairview kids got to see these guys play, so it's always fun to see competition.
Nelson got hit, and he's like, did something happen?
Right. It's like swatting a fly. So, yeah, Fairview's always been a very competitive. That's why the 64-32 lead. You can see that pedigree, you and I both familiar with Okarche and Hammond and grew up playing basketball, and same thing at Fairview. They start them out young, playing the game and getting all the experience they can, just like that, stealing the ball, driving down, shooting a layup off the mark, but puts it back. So, again, good basketball hustle there by Fairview. So, a minute left. So, again, I think Fairview is a great addition to this conference for the competitiveness and, locality. It's right there in the middle of all these towns as well. So, great addition to the conference. Santos has the ball, three-point line. He drives in, gets stuck in no man's land, and ends up traveling. So turnover back to Fairview.
Nelson got his 2 points, and he's going to take a break and let somebody else have the last 50. Long three-pointer, no good. Offensive rebound by number 11, Bonham, and he'll have 2.
Deep pass in for Thomas. About loses the ball, finds the cutter, number 14. He goes up, shots high off the bank. It's no good. Santos gets the rebound. He can't get it to go back in either. 18 seconds left. 15. Deep pass down to number 10.
Burris. 2. 10 seconds.
Gets it to Poole at the high post. He turns and shoots for the final shot of the game. It goes off, and that is how we're going to end it. Fairview winning 70-32. So again, tomorrow Fairview will get to play at 2:30 p.m., and they will play the winner of OBA versus Crescent. And our next game up will be Fairview girls versus Hennessy girls. See you soon.